This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle.
BECU presents the KISW Financial Advisor. Here to talk money, please welcome Todd. I invented numbers, so I know how this stuff works. Peach.
Hey, Todd, welcome to the show, buddy. Well, as you know, Todd has had over 25 years. Well, he actually still has over 25 years. It's not that we took him away from him. He's been in the financial industry for a long time, man. And so if you got questions, Todd can really help you out. And is one of the fine members of BECU like Todd is, like I am. I mean, that's the cool thing about a credit union. The people that actually work there, the people that actually bank there, they're all like brothers and sisters, man. We all hang out together trying to do the same thing, make our money do the best for us. I mean, isn't that the best way to describe BECU and credit unions, Todd?
Absolutely. We all own it. So that's what we're working for. We're working with each other, for each other, and we don't have the stockholders to answer to, BJ. So
that's look, I got to tell you right now, man, I love not having to answer to stockholders. Man, those are the days when you don't have to do that.
Yeah. One caveat, though, we're probably not brothers and sisters when we're talking about Mariner Red Sox games. So.
Right. Yeah.
Those darn Red Sox.
We got the rubber match, man, though. That's this afternoon. Todd, I don't know. Either you're going to be smiling or I'm going to be smiling.
Oh, it's all good. I'm just glad we're talking about it, BJ. So,
yeah.
How are you feeling? Do you think that the Mariners can make a little bit of a run to get into this wild card spot?
I don't know. We're running out of time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we got Toronto, New York, Boston. We got some competition. Oakland's right there. So we'll see. So
Todd's a pragmatic man. He's looking at the numbers and he's seeing that, look, you got to have better performance if you are going to try to make a move like this. It would have done well for them to not lose last night. That's for sure.
That eighth inning was tough. So yeah.
There you go, buddy. Well, here's the thing. Todd will answer whatever questions you got. 206-421-ROCK. You can text us at 77999. And don't forget, man, BECU as a credit union, it don't matter as long as you live, work, or attend school here in Washington State, you can join BECU. You can check it out at becu.org. And every once in a while, Todd will come on the show, answer financial questions for you, because a lot of us just, we don't make the best decisions when it comes to our money. Not that I'm looking at Steve right now. I mean,
we're just going to get right into this, huh, BJ?
I feel like Todd will give you the straight scoop,
all right,
brother.
Todd. So here's the financial decision that we need to make. Today is September 15th. It's the unveiling of the Kraken jerseys to be able to be purchased. So now I'm in a dilemma. I finally have given up. I'm going to buy the jersey. But do I get the authentic one or the team sanctioned, not like some weird offshoot one, but like the replica one? There's about a $50 difference in price, $50.
Okay, here's how I make those kinds of decisions. How long are you going to own this jersey? How long are you going to wear it? Are you one like my wife, like 6 months later I need something different? Or are you like me? I still have stuff probably from 10 years ago that I'm wearing.
I will wear this jersey so long as the player that I pick is playing on the team.
So you were.
So
I thought you were yourself. So then we're good, right?
What's that?
Weren't you going to pick yourself?
I mean,
you are on the team. Jerry Bruckheimer said, back up to the backup to the backup.
I got a text yesterday asking if I do want to be on the emergency backup goalie list, which I said yes. So I am now officially on the team.
What? Really?
Yes.
No, you did not. Really?
Yes.
There's
probably like 10 other guys in front of me, but I'll take it.
Yeah, that's still, look, that's a hell of an honor that actually that happened.
I was shocked.
Oh, man, next time we talk to Coach, we're going to have to basically, in case he doesn't know, but he's got to know who he's talking to.
I know. Training camp's about to start. I'm waiting for my call.
Really? How about if you just go and show up at Northgate and go, hey, I'm here. Ready. Let's do this.
I hear him on the list.
Yeah.
I don't know which list. It's probably
Todd,
do not allow him in the arena list.
Todd, now that he's officially on the emergency goalie list, he's got to get an authentic jersey. He can't show up wearing replica crap.
100%.
Replica crap.
Well, you're right. They're good looking jerseys, but Steve's got to show up with the authentic, doesn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, Todd, I was hoping you were going to say go with the replica, and I'd be like, Todd is right. I should do that.
No, if you're going to wear it all the time, Steven, it sounds like you are. Let's get the quality. So why not?
Yeah.
If Todd says I should, I probably should. Yeah.
And I'm an authentic jersey snob. So, I didn't mean to throw a shot at replica jersey people. It's just that.
Oh, they're protesting. They want you canceled now.
I know they do. I understand that, look, that's a lot of money to drop on it. But I look at it something like this as like, look, this is a big purchase anyway. You might as well go big on this one for $40 more. If you're already in the ballpark of a jersey, go authentic. And, then you'll have what they're wearing. That's what I want. I want what they're sweating in.
That's great. I'm with you, BJ.
There you go. See, I told you Todd would be on our side on this one.
All right. Well, if Todd says, then I have to do what Todd says. He's made very smart advice in the past about my financial decisions, and I feel like he can't steer me wrong.
Yeah, and
Todd, can I borrow $40?
Whoa! Wow. I didn't realize I was going to get down that road, but you know what? A man's got to do what a man's got to do.
All right, we have actual questions that have nothing to do with jerseys. Right. Someone said, I'm currently applying for a home loan, and my credit score is right at the cusp for being able to apply for a conventional loan. Would it help or hurt me to pull out my retirement to pay off debt in order to raise my credit score?
Oh. Boy, that's a tough one. I'm always against pulling out retirement. If you're under 59 and a half, there's going to be that 10% penalty, most likely. I would, have you talked to the home, first of all, I would talk to your home advisor, whoever you're working with. They do this every day. And if you're so close, depending on what your score is, and depending on what, is required for the conventional, usually it's probably that low 700s. There might be other ways to do it, that might be better than tapping out the 401k, because I'm always reluctant. That's kind of a last resort. Now, if you had to, we pencil the numbers, it might make sense, because in the long run, if depending on how long you're going to be in your home, short-term hit might be worth it in the long term. So I would start by talking to your home loan advisor. If you still have questions or problems, shoot me an email, and let's chat about it so we can get some more details and see what other options we might have out there.
Todd from BECU is on the line with us, and if you have any questions for him, 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. And if you don't get through, Todd always answers whatever questions he can. You can just go to the KISW website, scroll down, you'll see the banner with Todd's smiling face, and if he can answer it for you, he will.
We got a text message that says, my husband and I just received $40,000, and we're trying to figure out what option is best for savings and earning interest short-term, 2 years or less, from Suzanne.
Yeah, unfortunately, Suzanne, there's not a whole lot out there for the short term. So if you're 2 years, you could look at a money market or a CD potentially. You could do a 1 year, maybe do half of it in a 1 year CD, half in a 2 year CD. But if you're going to want that, keep that money safe, 100% guaranteed with no risk. There's just not a lot out there that's going to pay you much. And it's probably not going to keep up with inflation. So I wish I had better news on that front. But now if it's a different scenario and you're saving for something more 4 or 5, 10 years out, certainly there are things you can do, but you'll be taking some risks to do that. But if you're trying to keep it safe, I would just put it in a money market or possibly look at a CD. You're going to get a little bit of money, but don't expect a lot.
Oh, Todd, it is so depressing when I see, oh, hey, I got interest paid on my money market account, and it's like a dime. I mean, it's like 10 cents or 5 cents, and I'm like, wow, this is really not a way for a man to have his fortune is to hope for that money market money. Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah, it's probably not, and inflation's probably going up much higher than that too, BJ. So we're losing ground. So, but I mean, that's the price we pay to have that money available when we need it. So that's the purpose.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. If we want to do long term, like you said, you get that penalty if you pull it out too early, and then of course if you want it liquid like that, it's like, okay, great. So what you're saying is, Todd, Steve should get 2 jerseys. That's what I think I'm hearing. I'm hearing that he should get 2 jerseys.
It's a good investment.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, all right. We can only get him to sign off on one, Steve. Sorry.
Texter did want to know: do installment loans affect your credit report differently than having a credit card debt?
They do. That's a great question. So type of credit is one factor. I believe it's about 10% of your credit score. An installment loan would be a credit card, an auto loan. A revolving loan would be a credit card. So absolutely. So it's always good if you can have a couple different types. Installment, would be like, again, the auto or a mortgage. Those are good types of installment loans, and then your revolving is a credit card. So not a bad idea to have an installment. It doesn't mean you have to go out and spend a lot of money. We actually have a program that you can take out if you're just starting out with your credit. You can take out a small loan, say $200. You back that with the $200, and we do the processing for that. Interest rate is very, very, very low. So it's intended to get some good reporting out there for your credit with an installment loan on there, and in addition to a revolving, which would be a credit card.
It's a nice service, Todd, because, I mean, unfortunately, your credit score has so much impact on your life, and it's so difficult to figure out how to build that up. Like, if you come in with no debt and you're starting out, you still don't have the greatest credit score, which, might have people scratching their head like, how do I not have a great credit score? I haven't done anything wrong. And right. It's programs like that you just talked about that really can help make it better.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're getting better with BJ. There are starting to be some services out there that you can subscribe to that will start to report other things such as utility bills and that type of thing. So things are changing a little bit for the better on that front. So if you're just starting out, that's another thing to look at would be some of those services, because I hate to tell people you have to go into debt to get to get a good credit score, because you don't. I mean, you can do some of the things we've talked about in the past. Just getting a credit card, making those payments, not paying interest, and getting we call it a shared secured loan, which is the installment loan we're just talking about.
Was that Todd?
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right, BJ.
Well, you know what? Hey, fight that, Steve.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Your kids will be saying,
"Please 5 more minutes? I can't believe I did that."
And
look how high I can bounce!
Spring Free is the world's safest trampoline, the place where stories are made. The innovative design boasts no springs, so you know you're safe. Go ahead and create the greatest stories you'll tell your friends. We're back in stock. Get it while you can. To learn more about the world's safest trampoline, visit springfreetrampoline.com.
Mom, come watch us!
I think we should just run that off.
I knew you were going to say that.
I like that as a drop. If you didn't get through on the phone line with Todd, all you got to do, man, is just go to KISW.com, scroll down, and look for the banner with Todd's smiling face. He'll answer whatever questions he has. And, of course, if you want to do some banking and you don't want to be, you don't want to be beholden to any stockholders, a credit union like BECU is a great way to go, as everybody is working for everybody with that situation. And all you got to do is live, work, or attend school in Washington State. You can be part of BECU. Just go to becu.org. Todd, as usual, always good talking to you, buddy.
You too, BJ. Much appreciated.
All right. And, of course, Steve, you heard him. Got to get the authentic.
Yeah, I'm on the website waiting. Just waiting.
Oh, look at you, just waiting. What do you got, an hour? You less than an hour now?
Well, if you go to the Adidas website, you could get it right now, but the problem is that you can't get anything, no numbers on it. It's just a blank jersey.
Oh, no, you don't want that.
But they have a great deal, because it's like buy one, get one 50% off on the Adidas site.
Oh, boy.
So it's like, this is a tough world we're living in right now.
So are you and Danny trying to buddy up on the Adidas site? Is that the idea?
No, because then it's still going to pay then to figure out, you got to go find someone to put the numbers on, you got to pay for that. At the end of the day, it's probably going to equal out to about the same amount of money, so it's not worth it. So we'll just wait I think it's about an hour, hopefully. I know that the store's opening in an hour, so I got to imagine that the website's going to be available for purchase in an hour as well.
All right, so and you and Danny both going authentic. You've realized that it's a great financial move.
Well, I have an hour to change my mind. You never know what's going to happen. Right. You just don't know.
We got an actor that just admitted to Drew Barrymore that when they did a kissing scene, something accidentally happened to him. And you're going to hear the audio of them talking about it at 8:20 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. On the Drew Barrymore show, Drew held a reunion of her Never Been Kissed co-stars from that 1999 romantic comedy. How about that? That's how long ago that movie was out.
I don't know if I've ever seen Never Been. I feel like I must have, because I was a big fan of Drew Barrymore. Like, that was like the ultimate lust woman for a long period of time for me.
Yeah, if you saw it, I mean, you don't remember a lot of movies. This is 20 some odd years ago, so I feel like, yeah. And her love interest, Michael Vartan, I don't even know who that guy is. Things
didn't turn out so great acting wise, I think, for him. I never heard of him doing anything else.
I mean, he's always like that. Like, he's just the pretty boy, like not the big name. Like, he was in the movie Monster-in-Law that had Jane Fonda and Jennifer Lopez. You're not watching the movie because of him. You're watching it because of Jane Fonda and Jennifer Lopez. So he's just a pretty guy who just kind of pops in.
Well, if he's a pretty guy that gets work, there's nothing wrong with that.
Apparently he does a YouTube sports show called Advanced Shouting, where he talks about hockey and stuff.
Oh, look at this. All of a sudden, Steve might know who Michael Vartan is now. Maybe he's a hockey boy.
Earlier this year, he sold his home for $3.1 million. Oh,
good for Michael.
He bought it for $1.6, so I think he's okay right now.
Oh, yeah, all right, not a bad change. He revealed that he had this iconic kiss scene between he and Drew. And unfortunately, he said the kiss brought up feelings he wasn't expecting in the moment, and he had to cover up the result.
We embrace and we start kissing, and you really kissed me. I mean, you really kissed me. I was not ready for it in the least, and I'm a man. I was a very young man back then. And just, I had feelings, and they just happened, and I very quickly realized I was in a very bad spot because I was wearing very, very loose slacks.
Why is he sharing this?
It's a reunion show of the movie, and you gotta share information. You always ask, hey, anything stupid happened on the set? Anything crazy? I feel like that would be the story he'd share.
I guess it's a fun. It just seems like what an awkward thing just to share with someone you haven't seen in forever. Like, hey, remember that time we kissed? Totally got an accidental stiffy.
Wow. I wonder if she knew herself at the time because, I mean, I don't know how they do a lot of those scenes, Steve, because a lot of those scenes, and I remember it happened to Johnny Drama. They covered that a bit in one episode of Entourage.
Yep.
Yeah, so you know it has to happen in the movie business where sometimes, look, there are very attractive people and you're doing these scenes. And like you said, if Drew did a really good job with that kiss, I don't know if I would have been in the same shape probably.
Yeah, whenever you see like those romantic scenes, you think, okay, there's all these people that are surrounding us, so you're able to keep professional, but sometimes your little buddy over there doesn't really care about what you want to do.
Oh, yeah, the younger you are, the tougher it is. I mean, that's the beauty of getting a little older is that your little buddy is a lot more cooperative. You can say, hey, calm down, Jimmy.
Well, she's single now, too, so maybe he's just trying to slide back in.
What if he's married, though?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't think about him. At that point, it's like, she's single, might as well try to be like, hey,
Drew, remember that time?
You really kissed me? It was great.
Yeah, well, I mean...
What if he's married and his wife's like, hey, how'd the interview go? It went great. I don't know what happened, but I ended up telling her the story about me getting excited.
Yeah.
You did what?
Yeah. That's an awkward story to tell, but a great story.
Him and his wife divorced in 2014.
Yeah,
here we go. He's available.
That's why you bring that story up. Just be like, hey, I've always thought.
Hey, Drew, I just sold my house, made some money. What do you think?
Can you think of times where like things happened and you were like, oh man, this is embarrassing? You know, like the accidental stiffy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Has it happened recently?
No, this was in high school.
High school.
There was in Albuquerque there was a water park that was the same as like kind of like water or Wild Waves here, and so I went into the wave pool or whatever and came out, and I was there with like some friends, and I remember they're all laughing and I didn't know why, and they were like, your shorts are see-through. And it was like, seeing them all, like, you know, at that point you're there with a bunch of girls you like, and it was just like, it was, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's really embarrassing.
See, it happens to me in hot tubs. I don't know why. But I remember when we went to that radio convention and we brought our significant others, thankfully, but like, we were in the hot tub, my wife and I, and it was in Miami that time we were there. And I remember like, she's like, all right, let's get going. I'm like, I can't get out right now. And she's like, why? I just can't get out right now. And then I was trying to tell her, and she thought it was the funniest thing in the world because she's just like, come on, what's going on? Let's go. We got things to do. I'm like, no, I'm just going to stay here for a little bit. And then like these kids came into the hot tub, and then I was like, all right, I'm good. Like it was like instantly like, all right, this is weird. Like, you know, like it was like that instant like, woo, thankfully.
Yeah.
The other
good
time
for you on that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like any other situations where like, I remember doctors, there's been times where like, it was a struggle. I had to like, it was like one of these stupid things. My mind was playing tricks on me. Like, what would happen if this happened? And then all of a sudden you start feeling it happen.
Oh, no.
I'm like, why did I think this? Like, this is awkward.
Yeah, I've had it during massages a long time ago, and it's so awkward,
right?
Because you really don't want to send that message. But there, you know, if they're working your body and really getting close to the area, like sometimes that'll just happen. They don't ever do that. You know, it wasn't anything, but they were just close enough that you know the vicinity is like whoa, and then all of a sudden you're like right there, and there's nothing you can do. There's just a sheet. And you're like, I'm
not turning over. I'm not turning over.
I'm gonna hit. She's gonna hit. I mean, well, I was already on my back. There's not. I mean, that's when
you're turn over. I need to turn over.
I know, and I mean, but you know, it's funny because I talked to some massage therapists. And they go, yeah, when we see something like that happen, we got some tricks that can get you back to a normal state of life.
Baseball.
Yeah.
She just slaps you in the face.
Yeah.
But what if you like that?
Well, fair.
A
Yeah.
taser.
Taser. Yeah, that's a trick. Yeah. I guess there's some pressure points on your body that can actually help. And I'm like, well, you got to tell me what those places are so I can do it myself so that I can get out of embarrassing situations. No, it was just like, no, we know what to do, and they didn't share it. I was just like, what's the secret info you don't share?
So I can preemptively stop it.
Yeah.
They'd be like Aaron Rodgers. They're just going to the double nut shot.
The double nut shot, yes.
That would make it go away. I'm telling you right now.
If AJ Hawk hits me in the wear skis. The worst was in college, man. I remember one time we were having all these like parties with sororities and stuff, and this is like at the height. I'm not sure if this dance is even a thing now, but it was basically like the freak dance, you know, like where like your legs go in between each other, and
the grinding,
the grinding kind of dance. I don't even know if that's a thing now. If it is, man, why? But like, I remember in college, like I was finally like hanging, dancing with this girl, and she kept working closer and closer, and then all of a sudden it was like grind time, and I'm like, this is awesome. And then within like a few seconds, she just kind of pulled away and just was like, done dancing with you, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't mean for that to happen.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what else to do.
But what else?
Like,
I mean,
seemed like a good idea at the time.
What do you think is going to happen when you're grinding yourself into a prepubescent a teen dude?
Well, I think females probably don't understand that struggle.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have that happening to them. So
somebody should have a conversation with them. I think, look, every parent's got to go, look, if you're grinding a boy who's really, really young, you're going to start the hydraulics. I mean, that's just nature.
Well,
I mean,
she didn't shame you for it, though, did she?
No, she just kind of walked away. I'm sure she made fun of me with her sisters, her sorority sisters and stuff, but like, you know.
It's just one of those
that's
things.
probably why they call me Stiffy Steve for a year.
Is that what they called you, Stiffy Steve?
I didn't know that until now. It just
I
finally.
thought it was because of your upper lip. I didn't realize it was something else.
You know, that's what I thought too this whole time.
Yeah.
Damn you, Meredith.
Meredith.
So when you're on the
She
job,
90, by the way?
Yes. She was an alumni.
Kidding.
Yeah, well, you know, those I'll tell you, those old folks' homes, they got some good grind dancing going on.
How about the sections that I ended up being fully torqued out of nowhere one time during my kids' parent-teacher conference? I had to keep making up random questions until it went away because I didn't want to stand up.
Yeah, what do you do when you have to, you still have to sort of be in an environment where you can be seen? Because Michael Vartan, the guy who we're talking about, who basically had that happen to him while he was doing a kissing scene with Drew Barrymore, and he talked about on her show when they're doing the reunion, he had to come up with a solution. He was like, okay, this is happening. We're in the middle of doing the scene. And he's like, what am I going to do to cover up this activity in my pants?
So what I did is, in a panic, I just yelled cut and bent over and said, oh, guys, sorry, my back. I put my back out playing ball all at lunch. Anyway, I went off into my corner, and I was thinking horrible thoughts like, dead puppies, dead father, dead father. Finally, I was able to compose myself. Luckily, the subsequent scenes went on without a hitch, but you're a very good kisser.
Want to do it again?
Yeah.
That's what I thought was going to come out next.
This time I won't think about dead puppies.
Wow. Yeah, that's, well, you know what? If you're Drew Barrymore, I mean, hey, good for you. You know what I mean? If you can get actors to be out of the acting zone and into the other zone.
Auto zone.
That's it. Yeah, there you go. Damn. Good for Drew.
Dead puppies.
Yeah. Oh, man. There's this Texas dude that was detained and cited with disorderly conduct this week. And I'm all for this because, man, if you see this, I mean, this is going to scare the S out of you. He was spotted walking around dressed like Michael Myers, had the rubber knife, fake blood on it. And you're like, okay, dude, what? Oh, he's just, yeah. And he's just walking around,
that's kind of funny. I mean, do you really think Mike Myers just showed up and he's going to take people out?
Yeah, it is the season. It's already September. We're basically on Halloween.
I would totally think this is just a guy being silly. The knife part, maybe do it without the knife. Yeah. Or have it be a very cartoony looking knife. Because I can understand why that would freak people out.
Well, that's exactly it, Steve. It's a realistic looking situation. And it's COVID time. People are already crazy. I see that guy walking the beach.
He's wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Isn't that what we want everyone to do?
I hadn't thought. His name is Mark, and he's telling us why he decided to walk the beach with a fake knife looking like Mike Myers.
I try to find a little bit of positivity in the gloom and doom out there, all this negative stuff going on. And I've been pulling this stuff for a while. I think it's pretty clear that it's a prank. It's, something to be, laughed at. It's not a crazy guy with a chainsaw walking around. It's a known fictional character.
I do love that he's being arrested and he still has the mask on. So if anyone's walking by, it looks like the cops were able to figure out how to stop Michael Myers. It's just by arresting him.
This guy is lame. I'm sorry. He's like, it's not like a crazy guy with a chainsaw. It's just a fictional character. Yeah, they were both fictional characters, Michael Myers and the chainsaw dude. They were both murderer people. It's like you can walk on as either one.
I want to bring some positivity by pretending to be a serial killer.
Then be a Teletubby. Be something else.
I know. That is an odd way to do positivity.
I love this guy.
It's a bear that's walking across the country. That brings positivity.
He doesn't have a knife in his hand. He's not killing anybody.
That we know of.
Yeah.
He probably has a switchblade ready to go.
I hadn't even thought about that. Well, there's positivity for you.
So you should do like Michael Myers and then hand out pumpkin spice lattes.
Right, instead of having a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got,
Or
he's just
lollipops
busy.
even.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I like that. Yeah.
I don't know that I'd take one, but,
I was just trying to think of like which iconic serial killer character would I want to dress up as. And I'm leaning towards Jason.
Yeah.
I think if I had to pick, I think I'd go Jason Voorhees.
And you're going to go walking around looking like the real deal? You're going to have all the, all
No,
all
I'm
the
just saying just for
accoutrements?
funsies. Like, like if I had
for
to pick,
positivity.
Yeah, to make people happy.
Yeah, that's it.
I think of all the iconic bad guys in the horror films. I think that's the one I would go with.
Yeah, I'll go with Freddy Krueger.
Krueger's a good one.
Yeah, for positivity.
I mean, you kind of already look like him, so.
Oh, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't cut your nails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharp.
Well, I'm going to have to get gloves. I'm afraid,
All right, Danny, which one are you going with?
Oh, Pennywise.
Pennywise.
Yeah.
He's got all like the little needles, right?
No, Pennywise from It.
Oh,
the clown, yeah.
Not
Hellraiser.
You're thinking,
Pinhead.
you're thinking
Pinhead.
Yeah, that's the guy that has the pins in his head. Yeah.
Well, you'd think that would be obvious, Steve.
Yeah, but don't worry about it, buddy. You know what? You're coming through for us.
Vicky? Are you going to be Chucky because it's the same height?
Oh, yes.
You would think, but
Vicky would be an awesome Chucky. Vicky, you got to be Chucky.
You know, the show's coming out
Come
and everything.
on.
I've been afraid of him since I was a little kid. So I don't think I
This
could
is
even dress
perfect.
up.
This will be good therapy.
You should dress up your little brother as Chucky.
I would drop kick him. Like, I don't want to do that to him. I was going to say the LGBT version of Babadook.
I don't even know who that is.
Marmaduke? Babadook.
Oh.
He's like this horror guy, but there's a movie about him, and it was accidentally put in like the LGBTQ section of Netflix once, and so it just started off this huge meme inside joke thing. So he is now like part of the LGBT community, like a little mascot, if you will. And I think it's hilarious. They turned this really creepy villain guy into an LGBTQ icon.
And there was a movie, it's called Babadook?
Babadook.
I've never heard of this thing. I never heard of Babadook.
Yeah, like sometimes like the Mike Myers' knife, then there's the chainsaw.
It looks like a knife in some of these. I've just seen the image. I don't watch these horror movies.
That's a good point. Asking Vicky to pick a horror thing. She doesn't like any of these.
BJ, who would you go with?
I told you, Freddy Krueger.
Oh, Freddy Krueger. Sorry.
Yeah.
So he said, Steve, you look like Pinhead. Haha. Minus the pins.
Wow, man, that's sharp.
So he said, how about the leprechaun?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know what, Vicky? Maybe we dress her up as that little crazy idol, that little crazy one from Trilogy of Terror, which is from the 70s. That crazy,
I don't even know that one.
You know what? I know it was one of the freakiest things we ever saw. That was like Chucky before Chucky. It was an idol that went crazy, and it was so scary at the time. It was just because it had one, look at one of those Polynesian idols, but it just went nuts. Yeah, there he is.
Let me see.
There, show Steve. Oh, he was creepy as all hell.
Yeah, that's a creepy.
Yeah, that guy's
guy.
awesome. Vicky, will you dress up as that?
No.
Come on.
How about
cosplay that?
Someone said, BJ, there's a guy that walks around Salem, Massachusetts dressed like Michael Myers all the time. The funny thing is he does it when all the bars let out and he tries to stop them.
Is that what I do?
Huh?
Is that you say? Did you say that was me that I do that?
No, he said, BJ, there is a guy that walks around Salem.
Oh, I thought you said BJ's a guy that does that. Oh, there's a guy that, I totally missed
Did
that.
you out yourself? Is it you?
Yeah. Oh, so what? He's saying there's a dude that walks around like Michael Myers in Salem, Mass?
Yeah, and waits till the bars shut down and tries to get people not to leave.
Wow. It's already creepy enough because of all the burning witch stuff that they have in Salem. So, yeah, that's actually a pretty cool deal. Oh, all right. There you go. I thought I was like, damn. You know what? That does sound like a good gig for me. I know where to go now in my retirement.
So he said, BJ, you could dress up as Gary Ridgway.
Yeah, I thought that was going to.
That's a real life thing.
Yeah,
right?
we're trying to. This is fictional. Because I want to bring positivity. I'm not going to dress up as a real life killer.
Right, that
only
would freak
fake
people
killers.
out.
Yeah, I mean, really, there's fake killers. Though I could be walking around with a jumpsuit and a shovel. People would freak out.
Do it during like the winter season, and you could like shovel people's like sidewalks.
Oh right, I could say I'm here to shovel the snow.
Bringing positivity.
Or am I? Yeah, for positivity. Yesterday, Mr. Positivity did get this one right.
How many inches are in 5 feet?
A lot.
Yeah.
52?
No.
62.
No.
48. 60.
Yes.
There we go. Nice going, buddy. Math's not so hard.
Sometimes you just got to try.
Yeah, that's it, man. Simple addition and a little multiplication. Hey, you want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs. We'll do that at 8:50. on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. How long is a bankruptcy going to affect my credit rating?
Of course, most of the time, by the time we're talking about filing a bankruptcy, the credit has already taken a huge hit. Chapter 7 is going to affect it more negatively than Chapter 13. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years from the time you file. It usually takes 7 or 8 years for your credit scores to get back into the normal range in a Chapter 7 case. However, your credit will start to recover even in Chapter 7 after about a year. You'll be able to get credit again right away, usually before your case is even over. Chapter 13 stays on your credit report for 7 years and usually takes about 3.5 years for your credit to get back in the normal range. So Chapter 13 will mean your credit gets better much more rapidly.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.